welcome to Poetically Creative Mind podcast hosted by me, BM the Poet. This podcast is for people with a creative mind who need a little inspiration. I will be interviewing everyday people with creative minds, doing original poetry for myself and others, having inspirational conversation, and more. This podcast will be available wherever you get your podcast from. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, BM the Poet, and I'm back. I know it's been a minute since you heard from me, but I had my hip replaced. Been healing from that, doing my therapy, and just blessed to be back here to share with you. I have also been blessed with an opportunity to become a top mentor on Wisdom. What's Wisdom, you ask? Wisdom is a mentoring app used to connect real people with experts when you need it most. Listen in real time and ask questions to experts in a multitude of areas from business to love and more. And if you can't listen in live, you can always go back and listen to the conversations later. For me, I'll be on Wisdom at 10 a.m. Eastern Time or at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So come check me out and join the conversation. And if you're looking for a new book, check out theauthorspot.com. You might find something you like. And if you're an author looking for some help with promoting your book, check out the Author Spot as well. Now, let's get to the show. Poetry Moments. The first poet I have, he's been on the show a couple of times. His poetry is very deep, thought-provoking, as far as I'm concerned. Here's Lucas Park.
This is a poem from my book Scars, and the title is Dear Death. Dear Death, oh, how lonely you must be. Oh, the pain you must see. To have someone to meet, to know you'll never keep. No one is more honest than death, speaking truth with every last breath, taking beats from hearts, releasing silent scars. Dear Death, oh, how wise you are, oh, to know too far, to live within the dark, to be the light as we embark. No one is more trustworthy than death. As true as midnight or noon, to fear you is to fear truth. To love you is suicidal. Dear Death, oh, how you love. Oh, who do you have to hold, to always let go, to release a soul you'll never know? No one loves like death, the value of a breath. A love that does not possess, love that gives us rest. Dear Death, oh, are you depressed? Oh, does suicide make you transgress? To watch hope subside, to know it wasn't time. No one feels like death when she rears her head in anguish. Pain is painted as hope is tainted. Dear Death, oh, how you are my only friend. Oh, how only you understand. To live is to die, and to death giveth life. No one is more understanding than death. To know that death brings grieving pain, yet allows us to cherish every moment gain. And in goodbye, death invokes life.
That's the one thing about death. It comes for us all. So while you're here, you might as well enjoy it. Live it up. Even when things don't seem like they're good, they can always get better. This next poet is also a former guest. His poetry sits in my mind deeply as well. I enjoy hearing it. I enjoy listening. Letting the words melt in my mind. Here's Kjell, Silly.
So this next one is called Free at Last. What does man mean when tears start to roll back into his eyes and drown his heart? How can you ever begin to dream of love, which is never there when all utensils have never been utilized. When eagles start to love mankind, and when man learns to run from what hinders him and pursues that which keeps him strong, when will nationalities begin to understand its purpose and not one's own will? Hallucination is a disease that causes all human race to become immobilized by science fiction and leaves Hinduans' memories to become the attitude that speaks such desire. When will man see that true love comes from up above? And when will we notice the pain that urges our lifestyle to be in a debt with poverty's tradition? We begin to stand in awe and fantasize about imitations of creations that men built with their bare hands. Listen to me and understand this. It took an organization to build buildings, houses, computers, and telephones, etc. But it took one God to speak one man into an existence, and took one man to die so that I may live again eternally, with no more tears to roll back and drown my heart. Free at last, free at last.
Man, beautiful words. I love it. But one thing I like to do while I'm listening to these poems, I like to close my eyes if I can. I know if you're driving, please don't close your eyes because I don't want that on my conscience. Appreciate you. But yeah, if you're at home chilling, man, just close your eyes and listen. Feels like you're in that spot. At least for me, it does. And this next poet, she makes you feel like you're in that spot. Lenell Allen.
It have all been so simple. Let's go back to the times when my heart melted like clay putty in your hands. Let's go back to falling in love like we used to. Now times have changed and you don't look in my direction. Instead, I'm trapped behind a mirror reflection. You don't see me. I've already faded into the background, smiling my little secret piece of bliss that has disappeared along with my feelings for you. If we could start over, turn back time, maybe I'd love you. Maybe I wouldn't resent what this feeling has become. Nothing more than a facade that I can no longer hold on to. I've become tired of holding the creases of my lips into a curl. I wished we could have fixed this. I miss when it was simple. Now we've become nothing.
So, like, man, just close your eyes and feel it. Unless you driving or doing something, don't close your damn eyes. Ain't trying to be responsible, like I said earlier. I already got kids I got to take care of. But this next poet I have, Poeta Laureato. He talks about the past. We all deal with the past, good, bad, ugly, sad, and whatever. So check it out, man. Feel it. I did.
A solar reflection of what once was. Those images of then. The thought of shedding a tear. But I found myself picking up those pieces. The realization of not being broken, of myself, but that trust of self, that self let down hits the hardest. Not of people. They let you down anyway. But back then I was foolish. The me of today understands the him of then. So rash, so untamed. Jumping headfirst into a plan that hasn't been formed. They often sit and talk. The past has wisdom as he speaks to the now. The now listens, seeking to understand the actions of then so they may not be repeated. Notes are being taken. Pain follows, which is the water of understanding, dripping on the seed of tomorrow. Careful, the past is only a reflection of what was. We can only take his words, not him as a whole. He is only a watcher, a time remnant of previous vibrations of actions that have set us on this course we're on. Those discussions become deep. Love is displayed Actions behind those words see to it that tomorrow is not what we converse with. The past has a bad stigma placed on his name. He cries to our later, hoping to reach the now, so then can be planned better for tomorrow. But we ignore his cries. We push him to the side, go into the later blind. The past shakes his head. Until we are done tripping over then, wisdom is soft. Our egos harden our heads. Until we sit with the past to understand it, we will never know where we're going. Until we understand how, why, where we've been.
Those words made the past sound like such a beautiful thing, you know. Like I said, your past is your past. It should only make you a better you, a stronger you, regardless of what you've been through. I wasn't even trying to rhyme there. Good job. Oh, shit. I forgot where I was. Give me a second. When I do what it does. Take it from here. Let me show you where I was. My final poet, Stephanie Bledsoe. Poetry in the Woods. It's just relaxing. This is the name. Sounds relaxing. I can see myself there through her words. I hope she takes you there too. I'm sure she will.
The Poetry of Woods by Stephanie K. Bledsoe. I found poetry miles deep into mysterious woods. Come with me if you would. It was in the way the plants bowed down to me, and the twisted trees offered me standing ovations, petrified in awe. It was in the way the river trickled in harmony with bird songs, tickled my eager ears like some marching band of the angels. You could hear the breeze applaud. You could smell the perfume of nostalgic clouds from afar, hearsay of a storm approaching, for the rain has missed my skin. The wind blows akin to the fluttering of my heart, leaves sleeping, touching the braille words of broken branches, some singing beneath my bare feet. There flowed poetry throughout the entire season of spring, awaiting its turn to impress its crowd. Just another day in April to always remember its golden crown, sparkling diamonds of mountaintops beneath the microscope sun. How it studies the earth below like some unidentified species, or its precious project. Lost time became nature's partner in crime. Meanwhile, the woods became poetry to be understood, or misunderstood, yet still appreciated.
Welcome back from your journey to the woods. Well, we come to the end of the show, but I'd like to thank all the poets who came on to share. And I'd definitely like to thank all the listeners who take the time to support these artists in their work. So until next time, I'll get up with you. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. Please follow me at BM the Poet on Instagram and BM the Poet on Twitter. Please rate it 5 stars, subscribe, and share. Have a good evening.